Hello, 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 hello. I first want to start off the video with letting everyone know that some people, maybe even most people, would not mentalize what I'm about to say. I want to first say I may stop in mid-conversation in this video. I may ponder over my words in this video. I may take moments in this video because what I talk about here is usually from a place that doesn't form into a room. Okay? I'm going to be eating and sipping on some vegan noodles, high protein, low carb noodles to make it an intimate setting. I know my previous videos usually me doing a haul or unboxing or a reveal or sharing my connoisseurness on camera. But first I want to title this video Out From Under. Out from under any preliminary existence. Let me first start off with story time. But before we get started, I would really love and appreciate everyone. Take a moment and appreciate everyone who has subscribed and will subscribe after this video. I was at the fitness center working on my fitness. Anyone who knows me on this channel know how much I love and appreciate Bratz. It's the universe. If you want to sum it up, yeah, it's a company called MGA that creates a doll, a fashion doll, plastic and fabric dolls. Okay? In an artistry manner. So they hire fashion designers, they hire artists, they hire a production team to create these fashion dolls with a marketing background. They also came out with movies, TV shows, and music. I was listening to one of the songs from the album called the Bratz movie album, the Bratz live picture movie album. And there was a song called Out From Under. Britney Spears sung this song. She's not the writer of the song from my understanding. But anywho, and I don't think there's another artist that sings the song on Out From Under. I personally like the Bratz version of Out From Under the best. I love how they ease into the words. It's almost like a nantrum or like a chant. Just the way the song is stacked up on itself, it is so beautifully made. It is a song that, from just listening to it, you would think she's talking about an individual or maybe a group of people or someone. But I took the song as me, as an I, and everything else. Not just one person, not just one thing, not just one ideal, just everything other than I. Even the concept of I. So, by the way, I cried. I got emotional during the song. But what it revealed to me, what I'm about to say, is really life-changing for me. Experiencing changing. It's just groundbreaking to me. Okay. So, you know how people say, this is Mother Earth? And people relationship with their mother. Or the concept of what mother means. Let's just take it, magnify it to Mother Earth. I magnified it to the universe. Anything coming out of something. You know, like mother, like coming out of. From whatever actions mother done, she created this thing within her. Okay? And within them. Okay? So, I was just like, at this point in my life, my mother, my father, my sisters, my brother, my dog, my house, my business, my dolls, my experience here, every experience I ever experienced. Okay, I was getting a little emotional there. None of it never was. None of it never was. None of it never was. I have dreams about emotions or ideas or thoughts or ways and behaviors and do's and don'ts and the happening and the non-happening and the happened and the unhappened. I'm learning that my experience here, when you really sum it all up, none of it happened. None of it at the end means anything. And I think that's a lot for someone to really admit. To be honest with you. Because I thought of like, okay, maybe the experience doesn't mean anything, but what about what you learn from the experience? Like right now in this moment, I didn't learn what I'm saying from my previous experience. I simply learned what I've learned. In whatever manner it came in. And what that felt to me was a sense of like the ultimate disattachment, but not a disattachment in a sense of like separate from self, because I highly understand all of my experience come from within me, and I'm projecting of what my experience is, and I'm seeing, and all of my senses, 5 senses, is from my experience. Either the happened experience, the unhappened experience, all of that. Anything that touches my 5 senses is not external, it's an internal thing that really happens. When you touch me, yeah, the outside touched me, but I never felt that if it wasn't internal. My nervous system, my my sensory responders. That's an internal thing. Or even surface thing, okay? So what I've learned, it's not even learned, what I've discovered. It's just a discovery. And part of me want to say we're here just to discover. But it's not even a matter of here, because here never happened. I think we want to be somewhere so bad that we create an idea of what is happening or happened, because it's a place. Because for the happening to even happen, it needs to be in the room. It needs to happen. It needs to be experienced. And only thing that we can really say experience have ever been is either a given space. And I'm simply learning that there's no given space. What I felt listening to Out From Under is, first off, is pay attention to the words out from under. And the idea of my mother, the idea of Mother Earth, being here on Earth, that I'm experiencing Earth, is me considering and accepting that I'm under that. I'm beneath it. And then I have to ask myself, why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we set that standards with ourselves to be up under something, opposed to it being under us? You know when they say, oh, that's under my belt. Life experience here on Earth is under our belt. We're not under it. And I'm really truly not coming from a place of needing to be over something, control. But it's just what is really going on, you know? And our experience come from within. Even if the idea of Earth would be here, if we never experience, we truly can't say Earth is what Earth does, even in the universe. Because when you zoom out, what I am experiencing, yes, I'm limited to these words in this current state to get across information. But I know there's people out there that is not using just these words that I'm speaking to understand me. They're seeing my sincereness through this cast onto whatever screen you're using or projector. What I'm projecting out as a cast right now here at Blue Wolf Cast. I know there's people out there that understand where I'm stemming from. And it may seem that I am limited to these words, but I understand that someone out there is making a connection to what I'm saying. Now, I don't want to go too deep into some things that I've experienced that belong to me naturally, essential to where I'm currently am. Because a lot of this words only contradict itself. They're made to be contradicting. That's just been my experience with them. So you can only take words with a grain of salt. Now, what that means to me, that figure of speech, because everybody may not understand figure of speech, I'm learning, is don't hold on to it so much and use it all. Just take a pinch of it and drop it into your stew, your codgerant, your soup, and then eat your soup. Don't take everything I'm saying, pour it in it, because it may cause a negative effect. Now, back to what I was experiencing when I was listening to Out From Under. Let me go get a soda. Okay, I'm back. I got me another snack. I'm about to go to the fitness center after this. That's the direction I'm going right now. These lollipops are so good. They're supposed to be like a digestive soda. And some plant-based nuggets. First time I'm eating today. Oh no, I had oat milk earlier. Part of me want to get really emotional of go to the place I was at the gym, but if you know, that's sometimes hard to just jump into. But let me walk you through what I experienced by seeing it that way. That none of it mattered. It's just like, no matter how much I spend time with someone, and my mother keep coming up in my mind because that's who I lived with. That's who I, grew up with at those development ages, even though I'm going through a second puberty now with estrogen. But it was like a sense of like, when I pass on to, I feel like every day we pass on, to be honest with you. But passing on, it's almost like a sense of like, the question that comes up, what do you want to do? So I'm just in a state of like doing whatever I please. If I'm not feeling it, I don't try to question it. I don't feel like I need answers. Because I'm learning answers is irrelevant. Answers is irrelevant. If you need answers, and I think I don't know if y'all heard this before, but I'm about to say it. You ever heard that saying when they say, well, when someone said, like myself about to say, if you need answers, well then that's not the one for you. Or don't try to find answers in that. I'm talking about in a relationship, one-on-one. If you feel like you need answers, don't try to need answers from someone who didn't show up for you. Or don't try to need answers for why someone showed up for you. And then my business mind comes in, well, answers are good because you then can see how to form a business. If you do a answer questionnaire of why someone chose your business, you might want to highlight those areas, right? Yeah, but you can. But then what do you become? Do you become a version of what they want they want you to be? At some point, you're going to have to sit those questionnaires to the side and say, what do we want to do as a business? Your driving force isn't because of what someone see of value, it's what you see of value within yourself. Because you was doing whatever you was doing before you even got those results, those answers. Or you was going to move in that direction. And if you get what I'm saying? Research is nice. Research is nice. But is it always necessary? No. Necessary for what? Success? No. It's not one way of doing things. Because some people think one way of doing things, that's how people lose themselves. That's how they lose sight of who to be, who not to be, what they prefer. And I guess sometimes if you get a result, a desired result, isn't that enough for you to be whoever it is you need to be for that result? So aren't you staying true to yourself because you got that result that you wanted? That's your true self. You can say yeah. But there are so many cases where people do something and they say, you know what? I wanted that result, but I don't want that, to be honest with you. How many people started a job and like, you know what? I did want this job, but now I don't. I want something better, or I want something different. I want to upscale in this. When I went to cosmetology school to get my instructor license as a cosmetologist, when I started, I was just like, oh, just more opportunity for, you know, to keep my options open if I don't want to be behind a chair necessarily in the future. Shortly before then, or after then, while moving towards that, I've learned during that time, no, actually don't just see that for myself. I actually see me being a school owner. You see what I'm saying? But for me to see that, I didn't take it as like concrete. I was still like fluid in a sense of like how I move through life. Then I was able to be open to more opportunities. Or just different opportunities. Now, school owner. But that's constantly happening. And then when I was back to the song, Out From Under, I was going down the line of like, what if I just reincarnate to be a drop of water? Because drop of water is alive. It has a It has, is it atoms? Does water have atoms? But it has H2O, oxygen, gas, right? Gas is like is that like a living organism, right? Let me see, hold on, I don't, is water a living organism? Okay, water is not an organism. What is water? It's a chemical formula, H2O. Okay. But some of that stuff that makes a living organism is water. Right? So let's say you just turn into a, what's that chart called? The chemistry chart. You be one of the chemistry chart. Like a chemical. And I thought about that. It's like, that doesn't even matter. Like, if I'm air, water, fire, earth, none of it matters. Because I'm more than my conscious. I'm a energy. But when I think about me being an energy needs to be in a stable environment. I'm out from under that. So I'm not even energy. There we go. So that's what I was getting at, okay? So water and gas and H2O, all that is like an energy. It has an energy attached to it, a vibration. You know, for anything to be measured, it means it's being, it have a compound, okay, of energy. So water, earth, fire, air. I was like, I'm not even that. And I always used to say I'm the fifth element, right? But I'm learning that, that's my doggy Tazi. I'm learning that Tazi. Hi, baby. Hey, good boy. Everything's okay. You want to say hey to the camera? Mm-hmm. Say hi. Oh. And I was thinking about Tazi, like, to a point, I was like, this experience don't even matter with Tazi. I love it, baby. Okay. So, back to what I was saying. So what I was getting at, okay, we found out water is not a living organism, okay? So they say. I just think anything that is of energy is alive. I think a single water drop is alive. That's just my, maybe it's not an organism, but to me it's alive. Okay, that's what I was getting at. But enough of clearing that up. I was like, okay, so if I'm not even energy, because the energy needs to be in a stable environment for it to be considered energy. I'm like, I'm not even of anything that I ever could experience. And I truly felt that. It's almost like a image came across my vision. By the way, I had my eyes closed too when I was like listening to the song. And it also said in the song, when I'm out from under, then I would know. Or something of that sort. And I felt that sense of knowingness. And all the weight, the weight, the emotion, the care, the information, the concept of all things was just set down. It literally was just set down. And it's not me saying it don't exist, but it just all got set down. Ugh. And for that split second, I felt everything, but I felt nothing at the same time. And I was like, the epiphany of like out from under, and I was like, I'm not even in space, don't even hold me. Space don't even hold the concept of what this can ever be or is. I felt here and there. And nowhere at the same time. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I know some people wouldn't understand that. Wouldn't grasp what I'm saying, or even what or where I'm coming from. Because it's literally nowhere. But everywhere. Somewhere. I'ma just end the video here. Remember, you all, to subscribe. And if you feel inclined, it's no pressure. I feel good to do this video. These videos are sometimes more challenging than just reviewing or showcasing my connoisseur collection. Okay, remember this, you all. I love you all because I love myself. And until next time, enjoy. You want to say bye, Thompson? Oh, you're so sweet.